If you're interested on how to edit a video and upload it to YouTube, stay tuned. I'll show you how I do it. Alrighty folks, let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Bodine52 and my channel is mostly about motovlogging, but obviously to motovlog I do post videos on my channel, and today I wanted to show you kind of how I do that. And I think it's important to start off with showing you what kind of gear I use to start making the videos. And it's really pretty simple. This is my Shoei helmet, and I do two things. One is I do all video through a GoPro 8 that mounts on the front of my chin right here. You can't see the GoPro 8 right now because I'm actually using it to do this video. And then I use what's called a Sena 10C Pro, and this Sena 10C Pro actually does the video for me. It is wired back into my helmet, and I do a combination of the audio here and the video here, and I'll show you how I do that. So after I'm done riding, I will take my Sena 10C Pro off, take the card out of that. I'll also do the same thing with the GoPro 8, and I will insert that into my laptop. Then what that will do for me is it will go ahead and bring up what's on that card. And again, I'm putting two cards in there. One at a time, obviously, but I am going to start with the Sena. And as you can see, I already have 4 of those that are actually already on the card. It's 4 videos that I did actually at the same time. A lot of time when I'm motovlogging, I will make 3 or 4 videos at one time about different subjects. You can see here's one that I called Sena Big Mama New House, Sena Hunt and Ride, Sena Technology, and Sena Wimp. And I can actually pull up that video. And the video will start. So this is really, for me, step number 1. All right. Sync. Okay, now that I have uploaded the video off of my Sena and the video off of my GoPro, I will make folders for those videos. First of all, I do use a separate drive for all of my videos so it doesn't clog up my laptop, and it's mobile to go with me if I need it. And this is just an example here of a bunch of my rides. And I'm going to pull up, I make a folder called Videos to Edit. If you can see, I'll pull up Videos to Edit. And these are different folders that I have rides on. So let's go to the one that I really just started talking about, and it's going to be called Hunt or Ride. That's just my way to name it so I know what it is. So when I go into this video, I basically have 2 files, one called GoPro Hunt or Ride and another one called Sena Hunt or Ride. Same ride, 2 different videos, 2 different devices. Remember, I'm going to use the video off of the GoPro because of how crystal clear it is, and the audio off of the Sena. And now I'm going to show you how I do that and make them one. Alrighty, so the editing software that I use is called Power Director 17, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that up for you. I've been using this for just about 9 to 10 months, and I just love it. I think it's actually fantastic. Has a lot of benefits and options that I don't even know yet. So let's get started. And this video is really not about a Power Director 17 video. You can kind of go look that up because there's people that will show you it a lot better than I do. But I'm going to show you my easy way to do it. Okay, so this area right here is going to be an area where you're going to pull media into, which is the Sena 10C Pro and the GoPro files. Right here we'll show a video, and this down here is a timeline that I'll show you how I do it. So here's how I get started. First thing I want to do is I want to pull in those files, and just going to go to import media files. I'm going to go to my desktop, actually going to go to my backup drive, I'm sorry, videos to edit, hunt or ride, and then I have both videos. So I am going to go ahead and click on both of those. And I'm going to open those things up. And right now they're actually importing into the program. Now there are two other things that I'm going to do here while I'm here, is I'm also going to import a couple other things. One of the things that I do is I usually use the same introduction. So I have a file called intro video clips, and normally I'll use what I call a 10-second intro motor rev, and you'll see what that is. That is basically what I use to after I introduce my video, so I'll always include that. And then a lot of times I will also include a thumbnail that I use consistently at the end of my videos. Sometimes I use a thank you for watching, but sometimes I'll also use a thumbnail of both myself and Mrs. Bodine along with my channel. So now I have the Sena 10C Pro and the GoPro in the file system or in Power Director 17 ready to edit. So let's get after it. So first thing I do is I simply dump the Sena 10C Pro, remember this is audio, into the timeline, right? And now you can start seeing the video up here, all right? So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to find a way to sync these two videos and make them into one. Here's really how I do it. Watch a little bit of the clip and you'll see me try to find a starting point. Playing with my GoPro to get it set up. Now it's set in place.
Sync.
All right, you heard me say sync and move my hand across my face. This is a point where I want to start the video, and I'm doing that so I can sync the Sena and GoPro at the same time. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go to the timeline. I can actually, what is called, split that. I can then remove that piece when I'm kind of screwing around, and now it's gone. So now, if we just played it, I would be at the beginning of the video. Okay, so that's the Sena. I'm going to kind of move that out of the way because now I need to do the same thing with the GoPro. So I'm going to dump the GoPro into the bottom of the timeline, and now I'm just going to start playing GoPro video footage. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look for that sync with my hand and watch it till I get my hand on the handlebar so it's running at about the same time. So let's watch. There you go. You saw me hit sync. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to split this clip and I'm going to get rid of that beginning where I'm screwing around that you'll of course never see. So now I have the two videos relatively starting at the same point. Okay. Now both of these videos now have audio and video set up, so I can't run them together. But one thing I can do, and I'll show you that here. All right. Is I can, as both of these are the Sena, they're highlighted, I can go and actually hit unlink. I'll do the same thing with the GoPro, unlink. And then what I'll do is this top line here is actually the Sena video coverage, which I don't want. So I'll actually delete it. I'll then take the video coverage from the GoPro, lay that on top of it. I'll get the audio from the GoPro, which I don't use, and delete it. Then I'll take both of the videos and I'll then link them together so now I can edit it. Now watch.
Folks, I need your help. I think I'm thinking about deer hunting more than I am riding my motorcycle. Something's wrong.
So now what you're seeing is you're seeing the video from the GoPro and the audio from the Sena. One of the things I like to do is I'll take the audio of the Sena and I'll maximize that out so it's a little bit louder, so you as you're watching it can actually...
Folks, I need your help. I think I'm thinking about deer hunting more than I am riding my motorcycle. Something's wrong.
Okay, I stuttered there, so let's see if I start again. A lot of times I'll restart that. Let's see.
Bodine 52, how are you, folks?
All right, so folks, I actually did not do that, right? So what I'll do is I'll start this video again, and then I'll stop after I do the intro conversations.
Folks, I need your help. I think I'm thinking about deer hunting more than I am riding my motorcycle. Something's wrong.
So I'm going to stop it right there, and then I'm going to take that intro clip I talked about, and I'm going to plug it right there, and then I'm going to move all the videos. And let me show you what that does.
Something's wrong.
So then it'll go ahead and it runs right into my 10-second, 8 to 10-second intro motor start. Now it's starting again, but I'm not talking yet. So down here on the bar, I'm actually able to see the waves of when I start talking. So I know I'm getting ready to start talk here. So what I'll do is I'll actually right click on this and I'll actually get rid of this section where I'm not talking. And I'll remove that. That way when it goes right from this into a clip, you'll hear me start talking quickly.
Bodine 52, how are you, folks? Out and about on a beautiful fall day. It is hunting season in the state of Michigan and many other places. And I am out riding Big Mama, my 2018 Ultra Limited, and many other folks are out riding as well. By the way, is the cool sign, out here?
Now, in this clip, you can hear wind noise. Typically, when I do videos, you're not able to hear wind noise at all. And the problem is I had my mic actually under my chin and didn't realize that. So this is the point where I'm going to play this video and start editing it and decide if I'm actually going to use it because that wind noise is annoying. I like to get it perfect, and it's not going to be perfect because I got that wind noise. I can adjust those volumes, right? But you're still going to catch some of that. So on this video, I'll probably adjust the volume down a little bit. So hopefully you don't hear as much of that wind noise. So I'm going to keep editing this and show you stuff along the way. I can also kind of put in little pictures here. I can put words in there, but I try not to take away from the scenery and the topic that I'm talking about. So let me keep editing this, and as I get further along, I'll show you more. All right, folks, I'm back with you. So I'm going to play a little bit of a clip where I'm referring to something that I want to show you a picture of. So listen for a minute, and let me show you how I do that.
Behind my house that is not owned by me or private. It's owned by actually our neighborhood. It has a walking path and stuff back there. It's really cool. And I have a big apple tree in my backyard. So I've been in the new house a couple days. Well, guess what? Yep, you guessed it. My house comes with pets. And here's the two pets that I saw partaking of my apple tree last night. Right there.
All right, so you can see I'm talking about deer in my backyard, and I'm referring to a picture of them. And as you can see, I'm positioning my hand to put a picture here. So how do I do that? So I go in and I actually, like I did before, import media file, right? I find that picture that I have put onto my desktop, called it 5Do, and there's the picture of the deer in my yard. I'll then take that picture and I will drag it down right at that clip. And then I can resize this thing, right? And then I'm trying to look for, hey, where's that point where I got my finger, right? So I can add that in. And I'm just going to add that picture right there, right? And what I can do is I can then play, how long am I going to show that picture, right? So let's go ahead and now watch what I do.
Partaking of my apple tree last night, right there.
So now you see the picture of all the deer?
I'm not gonna, first of all,
And I keep on talking.
though we're too small.
Okay, let's watch another point in the video where I can actually add a sound clip, and I'll show you how I do that. I'm actually sitting in a light and I'm talking about some cows in the field to the left of me.
Are those cows? Why are those cows? Are those cows? They got
So just talk about cows with white stripes in the middle of them. So now what I can do is I can actually go up to the media content. I can go to a sound clip, right? And it'll actually load up some sound clips for me. So now I'm just going to go down and find a cow, right? Let's see if we can find a cow. I know they're here because I've used it before. All right. So let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and take that cow sound, if you will. I'm actually going to just real quickly download that sound. And then I can go ahead and take that cow sound and plug it in, right? If I put it in the right place, that would actually help. So now let's see how it sounds.
Got like a white stripe in the middle of them, and then brown. Somebody help me. Somebody. You all know I don't know much about cows and stuff like that.
There you go. So I'll tell you, while I'm here now, I'm getting back to the end of the video.
Check it out right here. I'll leave it in the comments. It's the most embarrassing.
All right, so let's talk one more time here.
Right here. I'll leave it in the comments. It's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me in my lifetime.
So I just mentioned a
Alright folks, that is my question. If you haven't watched my video on the bull story, check it out right here. I'll leave.
So now I just said, I referenced a video that I made about, quote, the bull story, right? So in the comments section, and I will show you that on the next video when I show you how I actually upload these, make thumbnails, and get them prepared for YouTube in what I believe is the correct way. I definitely need to make sure that I show and have that link because I talked to it, right? So I'm just going to kind of get through the end here.
It's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me in my lifetime. So
I'm starting to talk about
folks,
the end.
that is my question. If you happen to be a avid hunter, doesn't have to be a deer hunter.
So I'm going to fast forward here and get towards the end, right? So let's listen to me, and I got to tell you when I'm going to click off, right?
Just want you to say if I care about you. I appreciate you checking on the channel and the video. Make sure to be safe out there. Have a great day. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, so now I've said goodbye, said all the things I normally do at the end of the video, and I still have some clip left. So I will go ahead and split that and get rid of that ending, right? Don't want to see that. Sometimes the program will actually do a quick autosave, which is what it's doing now. Now I'm at the end of the video, right? Let's watch it.
And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
You obviously just don't want to stop there, right? So a couple options. One, I can put in something here that says, thanks for watching, or I can go ahead and put in this clip, this thumbnail of Mrs. Bodine and myself, which will hopefully encourage people to continue watching the channel, maybe subscribe, and it just kind of ends that way, right? So you'll see me get done talking.
And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
There you go. And that's how the video actually ends, right? So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and make sure that I save this project. I should have done this during it. Roll with a couple of these and don't do that, and then you'll never do that again as you lose one, right? So I'm going to call this project ride or hunt, right? So now I have the video. Just dump that onto my desktop now. Once I get all of it ready to really go, I'll then go ahead and put it on this drive for keeping. So now I actually have the video. It's actually getting saved now. Okay. All right. So now I've actually edited the video, but I want to show you two real quick things before we go ahead and what we call produce it, right? So there's some gaps at the beginning of the video, which was my introduction, and then going into the little rev with the motor, the 10-second thing, and it kind of goes in. Watch how it goes into transition.
Something's wrong.
It's not clean, right? So what I'll do is I'll go ahead, and there's a part of the program here where I can actually install kind of a transition. I happen to use mostly the same one all the time, which is what's called a fade. And I'll actually put that in between clips, okay? If I'm moving from a clip to a clip, meaning that I stopped the video and restarted. Now let's look at the difference on how it sounds and looks.
Something's wrong.
So you can see how it fades away. Now it'll fade back into me talking. Here we go. There we go. Makes it a little bit easier. I will tell you, with the wind noise on this video, and I do like the content of the video, I will tell you that I'm 50-50 whether I'm going to show this or not, this video. At the end, I don't do the fade. What I kind of do is I do a little bit of a what I call a box. So I'll put that at the end as well, and I'll show you what that looks like.
Okay. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
See how it closes up like that? So now that I've had both of those done, okay, I'm going to resave the project. So right now, in my opinion, I'm done with editing the video. Okay. Again, Power Director 17 by Cyberlink is what I'm using. All right. Once this all saves, all right, I am then going to go ahead and produce the video, which is really rendering the video to be able to load to YouTube in a way that you can see it, right? So there's a button up here on this program called Produce. And what that'll do is it's going to take me to a different screen where it's actually going to put the video together, okay? There's a place up here on this program called Professional Analyzer. And basically I use that because it gives me choices of the best way to match the profile for the process of producing the video, and it always comes out better. So then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and click start, and then the program is actually going to start producing this video into a file that I can actually use to upload to YouTube. And it's just starting right now, the rendering process. So that's when that's done, I'll show you what the ending video could then look like. Okay, folks, now as you can see, the program is saying it is done rendering the video. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to my desktop, which is where it puts the video. And by the way, just from a folder management perspective, I'll always make a folder that's called Hunt or Ride. This Ride or Hunt is actually the video program I took, and this is the video that it just rendered. So now I can click on that video and I'll watch this front to end to make sure it's acceptable enough for me to go ahead and post to my channel. So if you double click on that, you'll be able to see the video and how it goes. This is what it would look like when you see it.
Folks, I need your help. I think I'm thinking about deer hunting more than I am riding my motorcycle. Something's wrong. Odin 52, how are you, folks? Out and about on a beautiful fall day? It is.
Alrighty, folks. So this is just the beginning. I'm just going to go ahead and show you a couple of the spots, maybe the ending of this thing. And in the comments, leave your thoughts on, you think I should produce this video and actually show this video on YouTube with the sound? Because I know it's annoying me.
Hunting season in the state of Michigan and many other places.
By the way, this video is showing that it's actually 7 minutes and 37 seconds long, which is actually a sweet spot normally for people to fully watch a video, unless it is something really, really interesting to them. The colors are beautiful or not. They may listen or watch one that's 12 minutes, but usually not long with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward this video. Okay, you can kind of see, and again, I will watch this video fully before I show it. But let's just kind of get to the end so you can kind of see how I'm ending the video. I'll just play a quick minute here, and normally how I end videos as well.
Cycle or not, or in a cage, it is that time of year. safe. I care about you. I appreciate you checking on the channel and the video. Make sure to be safe out there. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Alrighty, folks, that is it. That is a Bodine 52 edited video, and actually how I do it. Cyberlink 17 is the program. Use the GoPro 8. Also use the Sena 10C. Do the audio, match them, and produce a video. So that's it. I will tell you, this is video number 1. I will, in the next 3 or 4 days, produce another video that shows you how I actually make thumbnails, which is critical to any video, and then how I actually load that onto YouTube for everybody to watch. That is it for me. Thanks for checking in on this long video. Hopefully it helps on at least one man's way of doing a video. Be safe out there. If you happen to be in the warm weather, I'm stuck here in Michigan. There's snow on the ground and I can't ride. So ride for me and put some videos out there. Thanks for checking in the channel. I appreciate you folks. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.